right, guys. It doesn't look like that's great resolution, but so here's the deal. Here's what I'm trying to do. Many of you have been in the training zone for a long time and have been kind of part of these weekly, like just updates. It started with a word of the week that was intended to be something that was a little bit more personal about me, or my thought process, or things in my life that have kind of shaped my mindset and my thought process, or just have affected me directly. So that was kind of something that I had committed to when the training zone first started, and I committed to doing a word of the week every week for an entire year. As that year came up, I was really struggling with, what do I want to do next? I've been wanting to do these coaches corners through either video or audio. Nothing ever seems to be a great fit as far as a location, lighting. As you can see, I thought I found something with better lighting. This isn't great quality lighting either. Time of the day of the week. Do I do audio? Do I do video? What do I do for the subject matter? So all of that I kept struggling with in my head, and I'm kind of a perfectionist that way, is I really just wanted it all to be perfect and organized and thought out for the entire year before I committed to it. But then I thought, by the time that happens, the year is going to be over. September, so October is when I wanted to start this. I'm a month late to begin with. So I want to commit to some form, whether it's going to probably morph, and I'm going to probably play around with different lighting in different areas and different, whether it's YouTube or video phone or Zoom or something, I don't know yet. But I can't get started if I don't just get started and then just adjust on the way. So bear with me as I want to bring to you one of the things that I also did was reached out and found what people want. And I think instead of more of the personal stories, I'm going to switch gears a little bit more and do something that's a little bit more educational. So it's going to be based upon what you guys have questions on, what you want to hear more of, what you want a little bit more insight on when it deals with health, wellness, fitness, workouts, nutrition, mindset, when it comes to the sports psychology, those type of things, stuff that's in my wheelhouse. I don't really want to talk about the election or politics, or although I really do like talking about religion. I actually do really like learning about it, especially different religions. So, but we won't do that on here. But just stuff that's more in my wheelhouse. I always get questions about nutrition, so I'm just going to get the ball rolling. And if you have a question, in order to keep it all in the same area so your questions don't get lost, I'm going to ask you to message me directly through this app so that I can put it in a folder, and like I said, it doesn't get lost. So anyway, what I'm going to do is just nutrition by far is the most questions I get. And the reason for it is, well, it's ever changing, it's ever flowing, and it can be very, very confusing. And so what I'm trying to do with it is bring you the facts, bring you the education, and do it in a way that you're going to be able to understand it, or at least grow into a better understanding of it. One of the best ways that I've found recently to kind of describe, or at least start the conversation of nutrition, is these are the props that I found. 3 equal size cups. I gotta hold these up here. So 3 equal size cups. And to get the basics of nutrition started, to get this conversation started, we'll never be able to cover everything about nutrition. It's just, you're gonna get bored, and we just don't have enough time in the day and all of that stuff. The other thing is these videos I'm gonna try to keep to 20 minutes or less. I'm trying not to go over 20 minutes on this. So anyway, our 3 equal size cups. When it comes to nutrition basics, most of the stuff that we are going to be to talk about that's interesting anyway falls into one of 3 categories. And not one of them by themselves is going to completely encompass nutrition. It takes all 3 of them to kind of encompass the nutrition that's actually at least a good place to start. And so with 1 cup, we're going to talk about the quality of the nutrition. The quality of the nutrition is going to come down to things. The things that are going to fall into that category are the nutrition that helps with anti-inflammatory responses. So, do my joints hurt? Does my back hurt? Does my stomach feel bloated? Like that type of stuff is going to fall a lot into the quality of the food that you're eating. Longevity. So am I going to be healthy, wealthy, and wise into my 70s, 80s, 90s, and maybe even beyond? Nutrition, the quality of your nutrition is going to be a key component to that. Am I going to feel good? Is my performance? So performance meaning I'm a spouse, I'm a mother or father, I am an employee or an employer or an entrepreneur. I am somebody that wants to learn and be educated. So my brain has to function, my body has to function. I have to perform daily. The performance daily that you get out of your body is going to be directly reflected in the quality of the nutrition that you place in your body. So I've said a lot about this one because to me, this is the cup you start with. You start with this cup, and it'll start making more sense on why you start with this cup and why I've switched my gears from as a trainer, as somebody that is educated through a college in all 3 of these. Maybe not the same way that I'm breaking them down, but educated through a college setting. And oftentimes didn't start with this one and didn't focus as much on this one, but has since changed my tune. And I feel like once you start understanding why, you will also kind of come along that quality train with me. So that was quality. I've touched on it. I'm going to dive deep into quality. We're probably going to spend a lot of time on quality of nutrition. Middle cup is about calories. This is probably something that most people, me growing up, that was the big thing, right? Like calories in, calories out. Your food has calories. Kilocalories are essentially energy. That's when you eat it, your body breaks it down and converts it to energy that we can use to contract muscles, to grow bone, to think that, it helps with all of the functions that our body needs. When we get too much of the calories or too much of our serving sizes, then we gain weight. And so a lot of people that are on the weight loss journey spend a lot of their time on just straight up calories. How many calories am I eating and how many calories am I expending? We will spend some time on this one, but for a couple reasons. One, most people have exhausted themselves with diets that restrict calories in order to lose weight, or they work out like a crazy person in order to burn calories in order to lose weight. So most people have exhausted this cup. I will spend some time on it, and I will kind of hopefully break it down to where it makes more sense. And then this cup is something that's gained a little bit more popularity recently, even though if you think about it in different terms, it's really been around for a really long time. And that's kind of your macronutrients. So our food that we consume is made up of macronutrients. Those macronutrients are your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. So those 3 different macronutrients all do different functions in our body that all kind of also pour into the calorie cup, right? Because all of our macronutrients have calories. They all do different things. But where this has gained popularity is diets like the ketogenic diet, or the Atkins, maybe more popular earlier in life is the Atkins diet. I know when I was growing up, my mom was all about no fat diet. Everything had to be no fat. Fat was your enemy diet. Now it's, carbs are your enemy diet. Protein is the greatest macronutrient of all time. It's the God's gift to macronutrients. So there's lots of stuff, lots of false information, and lots of good information about macronutrients. That's a very important topic to try to get straight and try to get you the facts. With macronutrients, what we will spend a lot of time on is number one, getting you the facts, kind of like laying down the framework of it, getting you the facts, and then also kind of helping you to navigate it when it comes to, again, performance. How much protein should I have? How much is too much? How much fat should I have? What kind of fat? Like if my mom was, and I kind of grew up during that time where fats were bad, well then are all fats bad, or are there good fats? And what do the good fats do? Carbohydrates get a bad rap right now. Are there good carbs or are there bad carbs? Are there simple carbs or are there complex carbs? And then how does our body break them down and utilize them? So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about in that cup. So I hope that's a good conversation, discussion starter to get this Coach's Corner off the ground and hopefully get you guys some good information, get you guys asking some good questions. Again, I will base what we talk about off the questions that I get. And then we're just going to kind of keep the discussion going. And I want to commit to Coach's Corner for the next year. So hopefully we'll do that. Have a great one, guys. Get the comment or get some questions in, and we will get some Coach's Corner off the ground and to your living room, basement, office, wherever you are watching these feeds. I love feedback, by the way. So have a good one, guys, and peace.